This is the story of the Whispering Woman. Naomi had always been close to her grandmother, who lived in a small rural village in Japan. Every summer, Naomi would visit her, listening to her grandmother's stories about the old legends of the region. One story, in particular, always gave her chills: the tale of the Whispering Woman, or Kuchisake-onna. The legend said that a beautiful woman, betrayed and scarred by her husband, roams the streets at night, asking people if they think she is beautiful. If they answer no, she kills them instantly. If they say yes, she removes her mask to reveal her mutilated face and asks again. No matter what you answer, she punishes you, either by death or by disfiguring you like her. Naomi never believed in the tale, but she respected her grandmother's warnings not to walk alone at night. However, during one summer visit, Naomi had a fight with her parents and stormed out of the house after dinner. It was dusk, and the village was eerily quiet. She wandered the narrow streets, her anger slowly fading as the evening air cooled her. As she passed an old shrine, she saw a woman standing in the shadows. The woman was dressed in a traditional kimono, her long black hair partially covering her face. Naomi stopped, feeling a strange sense of unease. The woman slowly turned to face her, revealing a surgical mask covering her mouth, a common sight in Japan. "Am I beautiful?" the woman asked softly, her voice barely more than a whisper. Naomi froze. The woman's presence felt unsettling, but she didn't want to be rude. She remembered the legend and chuckled nervously to herself. "Yes, you're beautiful," she replied, trying to keep her voice steady. The woman slowly removed her mask, and Naomi gasped. The lower half of her face was horribly disfigured, with deep, jagged scars running from her mouth to her ears, making it look like she had an unnaturally wide smile. "Am I still beautiful?" the woman asked again, her voice now cold and piercing. Naomi's heart raced. She remembered the legend but couldn't move, couldn't think. Panic gripped her as she tried to back away, but the woman stepped closer, her smile widening unnaturally. Naomi stammered, "Why, yes, you're still beautiful." The woman's eyes darkened, and she let out a low, haunting laugh. "Then you shall be like me." This is part 2 of The Whispering Woman, she whispered. Reaching into her kimono, Naomi screamed and ran, her legs trembling as she fled through the narrow streets, her grandmother's warnings echoing in her mind. She didn't stop until she reached her grandmother's house. Slamming the door behind her, out of breath, she collapsed on the floor, too terrified to speak. Her grandmother rushed to her side, her old eyes filled with concern. She was real, Grandma," Naomi gasped. "The Whispering Woman. She's real." Her grandmother's face grew pale. She whispered a quick prayer and grabbed a small, protective charm from her shrine. She placed it in Naomi's hands, trembling as she spoke. "You must not leave this house at night again, and never, never speak of her." Naomi nodded, clutching the charm tightly. She never ventured out alone after dark again. But sometimes, in the quiet of the night, she would hear a soft whisper outside her window, "Am I beautiful?" And she never dared to answer. For more videos like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on TikTok.